Armed with various court judgments in its favor, as well as a warrant of possession, the Rivers State government on Friday sealed up and took possession of the Kidney Island facility of Shell Petroleum Development Company located at the ABONNEMA WHARF in Port Harcourt. This also marks the second time the state government will be taking over the facility. The first time was in January 2021, but the decision was reversed following an intervention by the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mele Kyari. It all started in 2017 when the people of Ejama and Ebubu secured a judgment against Shell Petroleum Development Company and its subsidiaries in the sum of 57.7 billion naira for the damages done to the environment arising from the oil spill from the Trans-Niger pipeline. Shell had refused to pay the judgment sum, and the communities thereafter proceeded to levy execution by attaching the movable properties of Shell. But those were found to be grossly insufficient to settle the judgment sum. Subsequently, the communities approached the court to attach the immovable properties of Shell. The prayer was granted, and the court ordered the sale of the properties of Shell, including the Kidney Island and the 45% interest of Shell in oil mining lease OML 11. The River State government then successfully bidded for the assets. A certificate of purchase was thereafter issued by the order of the High Court on July 23, 2019. Hell-bent on retaining its assets, Shell Petroleum Development Company for the second time in July 2019 asked the Supreme Court to set aside its earlier judgment on the ground that the Apex Court did not go into the merit of its appeal before upholding the decision of the Court of Appeal. But the Supreme Court, in a unanimous judgment delivered on November 27, 2020, threw out the appeal for being incompetent and lacking merit, which meant that the sale and subsequent acquisition of the Shell properties by the River State government were validated. But in a curious twist, Shell again went back to the High Court in River State to reverse the Supreme Court ordered sale of its assets on the ground that there were several issues still pending on the matter before the Supreme Court order. After hearing arguments from all the sides, Justice Adolfo Senebeli ruled that the court ordered sale of Shell's interest in OML 11 as well as the Kidney Island is absolute, irrevocable, and indivisible. Relying on sections 47, 48, 49, and 50 of the Sheriffs and Civil Process Act, Justice Senebeli also held that Shell has lost its right when it failed to appeal the court-ordered sale of its assets within the 21 days stipulated by law. The judge described the move by Shell to challenge the decision 512 days after the Supreme Court decision as an indirect attempt to catch the horse that has bolted from the stable. While dismissing the entire claim, Justice Senebeli further granted an injunction restraining Shell from interfering with the rights of the River State government to the property at Kidney Island.
The River State government is entitled to full possession and use of that property. This is 520-something days after the sale. It is too late in the day. The law is that once you don't challenge the sale within 21 days, the sale becomes absolute. And what more, the court had before now issued River State government with certificate of title to the place.